Good morning, Big Square, Roota.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of coffee. Um, I cannot stress enough that it is way past time to get whatever assets you're going to bring with you into the new world, get them in your own possession. I put out a timeline article, or two postings, two videos at the private road. I cannot stress enough. Get your assets, make your last purchases of cryptos. Get them in your own possession. The things that are coming down the pike for the entire reason I got into cryptos and the reason I got into gold and silver was because the old system, it was controlled and falling apart by design. They designed it to implode. And I had a long talk with my buddy Bitcoin Ben. I've had long talks with Dick Allgaier, another good friend. They're more in the camp that, Dick's in the camp that the bad guys can control everything. Ben's in the camp that the good guys can control the cryptos through this transition. I'm in the camp that, no, that's not how it was designed. It was designed to implode, to destroy the old system. It is the red button. There's no way to get around this derivative nightmare. And when it crashes, cryptos will be there. Me and Ben are on the same page about that. No, Dick, the bad guys are not going to take over. And no, it's not some crazy pie in the sky, good guys coming to save us analysis that I've done. It's not. It was the plan. It was always the plan. We will regain our freedom. We will take the bad guys out. All the things you've learned from Michael are wrong. That's how they want it. That's the bad guy's plan. And I worked this out long before Q was around, long before anybody was saying there's any good guys. It was a dark, dreary place, as my friend Will Lair says. It was a dark, dreary place before the road to Roota came around. And all I'm doing is analyzing what I find at the Fed. No. What you've been told about the Fed is completely wrong. There are bad guys in the Fed. They do bad things on occasion. But the Fed was set up to control the problem of billions of ounces of gold in 1913. Billions that they found in the Grand Canyon, and since they found all around the United States and all around the world. But the problem was nobody had the balls to press that red button. And in the old system, so those criminals that control our money system began to flourish. And they got us so entrenched and ingrained in their system that they don't think we can do it. They don't think that we can kick them out. Jesus did it. Why not us? I think Alan Greenspan has created the ultimate weapon of mass financial destruction. I do not think the same leaders will be the deciders of what our next system is. As a matter of fact, they'll all be in jail. All the guys that Dick's guy Michael is talking about, those are the guys that'll be in jail. If they're lucky. Remember, you destroy the monetary system, the unbacked fiat electronic monetary system, you destroy their power. And yeah, they'll stand up and say, I'm Christine Lagarde, this is how it's going to be. Because the people behind me, whoever they are, the Anunnaki or the off-world people, this battle is being fought off-world as well. And it's already been won up there. There's no doubt in my mind. It's time for us to win down here now. And this is what we came here for. If you're looking for a soul's purpose, this is it. So do your part. Everybody should do their part. Spread the word of freedom. Spread the word of liberty. As a matter of fact, we're getting into the sweet spot of freedom and liberty. July 4th and July 14th. July 4th, obviously Independence Day. Yes, absolutely. It's my birthday. I was born July 4th, 1964. I am not lying to you. I will turn 55 on July 4th. 55, that's a speed limit. Damn it. So yes, I was born into the freedom movement, literally. And what happens on July 14th? Two things. It's Bastille Day, which is the beginning of the French Revolution. And if you don't know about that, let's look at what is the French Revolution. Very, very similar to what the U.S. Revolution was all about. Bastille Day, the French national holiday, commemorates the storming of the Bastille, which took place on July 14th, 1789, and marked the beginning of the French Revolution. The Bastille was a prison and a symbol of the absolute and arbitrary power of Louis XVI's ancient regime. By capturing this symbol, the people signaled that the king's power was no longer absolute. Power should be based on the nation and be limited by a separation of powers to entrust the freedom and liberty of humanity. No, it's not democracy. Democracy is the bane of our existence. Democracy, really? 50% of the people can vote and tell the other 50% what they have to do? We're a republic. It's about the individual, not about voting that you have to pay for someone's health care, or voting that you have to have an extra bathroom because 0.0001% of the population might be offended. Those days are gone. I'm sorry, liberals. I'm sorry, college students. Your days are numbered because it doesn't work. If you want it to work, go to Venezuela and hang out. See what life is like down there. But yes, why am I excited about Bastille Day? Because I have thrown a show in Spokane, Washington at this really cool place called the Chateau Rive. If you want to go, you better email me. I'm getting a lot of emails now. It's going to be an awesome show. So Pacific Northwest people, if you're within 500 miles of Spokane, Washington, you got to go and bring your friends. It's going to be fun. It's free. I'm even going to provide free food. Heavy apps. And there will be a bar, but you got to pay for that yourself. Just in case Ben shows up. I threw a little time bomb in his ear. We'll see if Ben shows up. But this is all about freedom. This show is going to be all about freedom. This is one of the many stops of the Freedom Road Show. The Roota's Freedom Road Show it's about freedom. It's not about cryptos. It's not about gold. It's not about silver. But we'll talk about all that stuff because that's monetary freedom. It's about freedom to live. Live your life as a sovereign human being on this planet. A separate entity, a separate soul connected to all other souls. Free will is the key. If you want to know what freedom is, it's all about free will. You should have the choice to do whatever the hell you want, as long as you don't affect other people. Don't impose your free will on me or anybody else. Claim your sovereignty. Say, I am a country unto myself. That's the only way to move forward. The only way to move forward from where we're about to hit. And what we're hitting is that brick wall. I do have a date in mind. I do have a time in mind. I'm not saying it's right. But every day, the clues are there. And we're getting closer and closer to it. So you better have all the cryptos you're going to buy in your own possession now. All the silver you're going to buy in your own possession now. Have a plan. Have a plan for the chaos. What is your plan? Do you have enough food, water? Do you have all that prepper stuff? Because it's not going to be easy. There's no smooth transition anymore. Because the smooth transition doesn't solve the problem of debt. A smooth transition is a transfer of that debt. And then you're hooked up with another system full of debt. It doesn't fix anything. That's why Greenspan designed the derivative bomb to take out everything. In the 1990s, Larry Summers, Alan Greenspan, and Robert Rubin Two of the three are huge criminals. Greenspan was not a criminal. His whole plan since the 1960s was to build the system up, run the fiat system as long as possible, and then implode it and destroy all the false imitations of what real value is. Was it crazy at the time? Yeah, it was radical. But did it have to be done? Absolutely. We've seen what took over our country. We don't even know what our country is anymore. And that's going to change. The instant the derivative bomb goes off is when you get your disclosure of everything from aliens to free energy to rigged elections to the pedophilia arrests to criminal Congress people getting thrown into the street. It all happens at once. And that trigger is the derivative bomb, which would destroy all banking systems of the old system. And then we will be able to start something new, but it'll be different leaders. Trump probably be gone. Will Trump be the last president? There's been a lot of prophecy around that. Probably. Because we need new leadership. Or we don't need any leadership at all. Remember, our founding fathers founded our country based on the writings of Montesquieu, a French guy. Separation of power, limited federal government. I heard 33 million people within the United States either work for the government or indirectly for the government, the federal government. That's insane. That's insane. I don't think we need more than a couple thousand. Because the federal government should not have the kind of power it does. State and local government should not have the kind of power it does. I live in California, I know. California is falling apart. I was reading an article the other day, in LA, the plague is spreading now. There's so much disease and people living in the streets. Not that they have to, not that they're down on their luck. Because it's LA. Nice warm weather. I can live wherever I want. I can shit wherever I want. I can do drugs wherever I want. But there's that key. As long as it doesn't affect other people. As long as it doesn't affect other people. So if you leave your shit in the street, that affects other people. Anyway, back to this. I'm talking about shit. Back to this lovely place that Dale has set up, and it's perfect. Look how cool it is. So we're going to be, I've invited some friends too. Now this is July 14th, Bastille Day in Spokane, Washington. One of my good friends who knows a lot about liberty. If you've ever heard him speak at a silver conference, he always injects something about liberty. I said, I want you to go off on what liberty means. And David Morgan is one of the best speakers when it comes out, when it has to do with liberty. But not only financial liberty, liberty in general. He's very connected on the spiritual side. You wouldn't believe it, but he is absolutely. And I would say he has connections. Let's just say he has connections to the good guys. So yes, David Morgan will be there. And we'll be talking and taking questions and meeting and greeting everybody. And this is a big group hug. So if you can get to Spokane, you'll want to come. And I'm very excited to announce that Benny Wills will be there. If you guys saw him in Acapulco, Benny is an awesome poet and talks about things that'll just, and he does it in a way that is amazing. This is this is actually in Acapulco 2017. This is the kind of stuff Benny's going to share with us.
You know what I'm talking about. So anyway, so just bear with me. These are some notes. Like I said, this is like really personal, but I'm going to give you an overview of where I've been and what I've been going through. And this is a way that I've been like connecting the dots, you know, to like make sense for myself. Because this is some crazy stuff, right? Like when you really go down that hole, you find things you never thought possible. So Again, this is just like me staying grounded and trying to stay sane and also figure something out. So this is what we got. This is the rabbit hole notes from Benny Wells. So, the ancient Anunnaki, Nephilim, shape-shifting lizard people bloodline initiate through occult, satanic, black magic, pedophilic, cannibalistic, sacrificial blood rituals. And apparently pizza parties. That's a new one. That's a new detail, new wrinkle in the story. New bullet point from my notes. Okay. Sorcery, sigils, spells, and symbolic code are encoded within subliminally indoctrinating thought projections that weave into a 3D holographic, right-brain, fear-based, Freemasonic Illuminati matrix control grid.
It's awesome. It's all the stuff, like you've picked up little tidbits of this stuff. If you do any kind of research on conspiracies and all that, and he has all kinds of different poetry. I don't know what he's going to talk about, but he has agreed to come hang out with us, and I'm excited about seeing Benny again. And by the way, he has a YouTube channel called Joy Camp, JoyCamp, Benny Wills. Like and subscribe to his channel as well, and you can check out some of his poetry. It'll blow you away. Great presence in front of people, and he really gets it. And he gets it from many different angles. So he has agreed to come hang out with us, and it's just gonna be a blast. So if you can get to Spokane, Washington, make it happen. Real quick, let's talk about, have the cryptos bottom? I don't know. Truthfully, I hope not. This is your last chance to buy cryptos, so you want to buy them when they're low. I would say last chance to buy them before a transition or at these low prices. This transition is going to destroy all the crypto markets too. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about where you're going to store your cryptos. Because if the old system crashes, the derivative bond goes up, you're not going to know what your cryptos are worth. Yes, the Bitcoin will be worth over $1 million per coin. Litecoin, I don't know, 1-to-1 with Bitcoin probably, because that's the moment we need a means of exchange. That's what I was trying to get to in my discussion with Charlie Lee. Will Litecoin and Bitcoin and certain cryptos be ready when we need them? And he thinks this year's off, but I pressed him, will it be ready? Yes. Absolutely. It's ready today. Is that what Lightning Network is kind of waiting for? Probably the use case. There's no need. We don't need cryptos right now. We've got the old system, right? But the very moment that it crashes, we're going to need it. Scary stuff. But don't be scared into thinking that, oh, no, we can put it off, because we cannot put it off. That's the problem we got ourselves into. That's the problem since 1913. We can put it off, we can put it off, we can put it off. And our grandparents put that burden on us. And I refuse to put that burden on my kids and my grandkids. It is now or never when it comes to taking down the old system. So just hang on tight. The fall at least has slowed down in cryptos. And remember, the price went up, but that's all about, that's pretty much all that happened. There weren't a lot of new people getting in. This is all the manipulation trades going up. How they make money is they drive it up and then they short. And they drive it down and then they go long. And that's how the riggers make money. I mean, the traders. Is it a rigger or a trader? A rigger has enough volume and enough positions and enough power to rig it, the price. It's not a trade, it's a rig. And they shoot for certain areas of resistance and areas of support and things like that. That's a market rigger. A trader's out there trading, it doesn't have to be a small amount, but when you got riggers colluding together, probably with the Fed and the Exchange Stabilization Fund, taking up 90% of all trades at certain time frames to drive it up and then bang to slam it down, it's very easy to do. But they didn't have the buy-in of the public on the rise. The public wasn't in. The institutional money wasn't in. They still don't know anything about it. So that's why BACT is being invented. That's why Ledger X and all the futures contracts are being invented to control this behemoth that's going to change the world. That's why I don't like any derivatives related to cryptocurrencies. But Ben's right. So what, you don't like it? There's people who do like it. Yeah, of course there is. JP Morgan, Citibank, the Rothschilds, the deep state cabal. Absolutely, they love the derivative market because they use it against the people. So I'll keep fighting it. That's what I do. Also, interesting things in silver. Look at this little move. No silver rigging here. Look at that. Let's test. Bang. Let's test. See who's down here. Bang. Just another little tidbit in the silver market. The good thing is, as cryptos rise throughout this year, probably blow by 100,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year. As cryptos rise, the crypto people will learn more about money and manipulation and say, oh my God, yeah, these cryptos are great, but silver's been price suppressed for 150 years. That's what Bix is saying, 150 years since the Opium Wars. Maybe I should take some of this crypto money that's going through the roof and try to get my hands on some physical silver, because I hear there's going to be none left in 13 years, according to the USGS. Yeah, there's the USGS projects out how fast, at the current rate of depletion, how fast will the deposits disappear. Silver, out of all the elements, out of all the metals, is one of the lowest amount of years left based on the deposits that have been found and verified in the ground. Yes, they're always finding more deposits, but silver deposits are higher up in the Earth's crust, so pretty much most of the silver has been identified, as far as we know. Gold, you can go down deep and find a hell of a lot. I can give you a zillion reasons why you should own silver as well as cryptos, but it's also a portfolio balancing. I mean, I wouldn't sell cryptos now and buy silver, but by the end of the year, when they're up 10, 20, 30 times what they are right now, absolutely take some of those. You're going to be a crypto millionaire. Take some of that and buy physical silver, because that one's going to go up a hell of a lot more when this price suppression ends. If and when. When. I'm not saying if anymore. And it'll be this year. And that's what I talk about in my Road to Roota, private road. Private road right here, the timeline. And I got two of them, 2 videos on it. And I think I'm right, but we'll find out, right? We'll find out. If not right, it's got a hell of a lot of things pointing to what's going to happen. So check that out. Also, check this out, the Road to Roota Patreon channel, because today is another giveaway. It is Friday. We're going to do the Friday happy hour later today. I might do it in a park because I have a portable system. And I'm going to try it in some park singing crypto songs in the middle of the jungle, in the Oakland Hills and in the Redwoods. It's beautiful up there, so I might take a little field trip. So if you want to get in on that drawing, and the drawing is for a silver coin, silver Roota coin, join the Patreon channel. It's Patreon Road to Roota, all kinds of articles on things and videos mainly on things you love, what's going on with silver, what's going on with cryptos, what's going on with our freedom movement. Go check it out. All right? And if you don't want to spend any money at all, that's great. The top section is all free at Road to Roota. Road to Roota letters, that's all free. And if you go to the bottom of it, you can actually, right here, Road to Roota letter archives. And you can get the archives, which is, I think, thousands of articles, videos, a lot of music videos at the top. But there's a lot on there. That site, there it is. The letter says 424 postings, and within each posting, there's other articles and things like that. The whole site has over 3,000. That's included the private road, the yeah. I do so much on YouTube now. I don't even remember the names of what I called these things. There it is. The Blast, the Reader, and the Freedom Station. So if you want all that free stuff, it's there. And if you want free emails, right here on the top left, and you get a free book, Silver, Gold, Bitcoin, and God. I was writing God books long before I knew I was spiritual at all. So go check it out. Fill out your name and email, and you'll get free emails. Anyway, that's it for today. If you want to go to this really cool event on Bastille Day at the Chateau Rive in Spokane, Washington, it is free. It is on July 14th, Bastille Day. We're going to start about 2, so it goes from 2 to 6. David Morgan, Benny Wills, and a few other friends will be there. Send me an email so I know you're coming and how many people you're going to bring, and I'll send you some more information on it. All right? This is Bix. We are roadrooter.com. I'll talk to you later.